Right, well, it's nowhere near as wet as it was last time I went out a couple of weeks ago, but we do have some deep clouds moving on through. Bit of blue though, so we should be right. So as long as those clouds keep on moving, we should be okay. At the moment the wind direction is okay. It's coming down through the valley rather than over the top of the mountain that I'm on, but it should be good. Right, some new stuff this week. Not all of it, I didn't bring everything else out that was new. I do have a new tent to show you, and I think we're going to get pitched before any rain turns up, which is likely in the next hour or so. So I'm going to go and do that. First of the new bits, this rather snazzy Revolution Race waterproof jacket. After last week's debacle, not last week, week before, where I wore a Mountain Warehouse outer from apparently waterproof coat, which wasn't waterproof in the slightest. So Black Friday rolled around and I was watching for deals and this come up. I also got some trousers, both very good price. I'm just deciding where I'm going to camp. And which place is flattest? That's quite flat. Unfortunately, both spots have got some dead trees quite close. Nothing I can do about that. This one's probably a little less problematic. Right. Bit of ground clearing, and then I'll show you the next thing. Right, switch to the external mic now, so you should be able to hear me much nicer. Just clear some of this away. It's a little bit of a rough spot here, if I'm honest. Still, oh, you can feel the wind get up a little. Nothing to worry about yet. Right. First thing, get my kneeling pad out so I don't get wet feet, wet knees, and then tent off the bottom. What we've got here is the 3FUL gear Taihang Max. Never opened, never really looked at it. Gonna assume it's all there. Should be fine. Quite like the bag, roll top bag. It's quite good. And a little bit of Velcro. Let's get that stuffed away. I'll lose that. What have we got here? the utterly useless 2 bits of material that you lose instantly and you never use again. Right, let's get a better shot here. Now this does have a footprint, I think, but only under the living space, which is fine because I have bought the footprint for something else. Right, so we've got, what have we got here? Got some poles. You can't really see me very well, can you? Let's move you. Poles. Very, very thin, very small, very light pegs. They're useless. Add a repair kit by the looks of it. Won't be using those. And then the footprint. Now I think the footprint is just for the back. I will check. Don't think it goes under the vestibule. Be nice if it did. No, just under your sleeping area. That's okay. I brought my normal bag of pegs. Just get this roughly put out. Huh. Interesting. So just taper to one end, which again is fine. Okay. This is going to be one of those ones that's interesting. Oh. That's the small end. Take a little bit of figuring out this one, I think. Okay, what have we got here? So we've got a little bit of bungee, and the footprint can also attach, which is good. A bit finicky. Come on. There we are. I'm just going to clip the footprint onto the tent here. I'll show you that in a second. This is one of these tents that can look a bit weird until the poles are in and the structure makes sense. And that needs to go underneath, so why is it like that? That's one, and then another one. There we go. What I'll do is I'll put the poles up and it should all just come together then. So many bags. Okay. I think there are 3 sizes of pole. They are pre-bent by the looks of it, which is good. Oh, well, they feel really nice. They're not heavy, and they do clip together quite well. They aren't particularly thick ones. I'll either measure them or put the spec on the screen if I can. Right, let's see where we are. I've got 2 of the same size, and then the centre one, which is the longer one. Okay. So this is a 3-pole tent. This one, very similar to, which one was it? One of the Van Goghs, I believe. The 250. What was it? Okay, and they just clip down onto those bits there. Amiga, it was the Amiga. Okay, that's one in. Poles went in really nicely. So now it should be just a case of pegging out the front. Quite a lot bigger than I thought, you know. Whew. Okay, let's move you out of the way. So that's interesting. There's no loop on the bottom of the poles as such. Other than a bit of cord. Normally you'd sort of see the loop come down a bit more. But there you go, that's alright. Quite have that set up right yet. And footprints off to one side. I'm alright with that though for now. Sorry, I was off camera there, but just trying to get this back in properly. A little bit tricky. That's better. That's better. Right. Right. Get some guys on and we'll have a look. Alright, there we are. 3FUL gear Taihang Max. This end identical to the Taihang 2. The Max is the extra vestibule and pole over this side. Let's open it up, have a look. Nice storm flap. That's good, it's nice and solid. Zip side to side. Both have storm flap. as always with tents like this, the door roll is rubbish. Oh, and those toggles are quite loose, like the I don't think they're quite as bad as the OEX box. We'll see. No, they're not. The loop's much shorter, so it should keep it a little tighter. There we are. Right. Okay, there we are. Loads of vestibule space. I'm not sure I can get this in the chair in there, but we'll soon have a look. Okay. That's the first thing everybody says, that the door comes down to the bottom, which is rubbish, but that's okay for now. Right, let's just make sure my connectors are on. Looks like they are. A little bit of a slant. That's alright, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Does have the tension bands, which are pretty good. This has got a double door, obviously. It does have the world's tiniest and most useless pocket in the tent. Just the one. There is a hook up here. Nothing down the other end. That's not bad. Not bad. We'll see. If I can sit up in the chair under this, I'll be happy. We'll get some stuff in and see where we are from there. Alright. Let's get some bits sorted. Right, so I've gone to liquid fuel again today, just for fun. Found good light, which I lost last time round. There we go. Okay. Food bag, cook kit. There we are. I'll show you that in a sec. Nice warm gear. More warm gear. Mattress. Pillows. Okay, that's the bulk of that. Get the mattress up. Okay, next new thing is a dry bag. Yeah, sort of. Now this is a great idea. Again, it's 3FUL gear. Great idea, not quite worked. So this has a valve on, so that you can push the air out of your dry sack and reseal it. However, because the valve is on the bottom, you're pushing like this. It's not really worked. If the valve was on the side, this would work brilliantly. And if the bag was slightly more air containing, should we say. Anyway, that's got my sleep system in. What you can also do is use the little flex tail gear pump on extract mode to suck as much air out as you can, which gets it maybe another third of this space down. Then you jam it in the bottom of your bag and you let it expand. That's fine. So it's good. It could be improved. I have ideas. Normal sleep system in the winter. Good old Zambivvy. Pillows. Blow this one up. God. Time with the idea of getting a Zambivvy pillow that clips in, but we'll see. I don't need to do that at the moment. Get the quilt up. Get it locked in. And I'll be lovely and warm. As always. I'm going to try and keep the vents open tonight, keep the level of condensation down. We'll see how we get on with that. Okay. Oh, a few more bits to unload. Show you that in a minute. That towel. And a Kindle. There we are. So I do have a few more bits in my bag, but I don't need any of that at the moment. Oh. Right. That'll do for now. Let's get a drink. There we are. Okay. Next gadget. Now, if like me, you follow YouTubers that also do the same stuff, you'll have seen this. Paul Mason's got one, I think. Rambling On's got one. It's the fire maple. I think it's called dandelion table. Just screw these four pieces together. Onto the base. Somebody's cutting wood. There we are. There we are. Fairly stable actually. Exactly what I need. So. I haven't used this for quite a while. I think during the summer I was sort of testing stoves during the summer more than anything else. Trying to find one that I really liked. I'll be honest, I haven't found one yet. Not one that I really like. I quite like the look of the radiant burner ones, but they are quite expensive, shall we say. Let's put it down. The wind getting up now. Should be fairly protected where I am here. Shouldn't really be too much of a problem. We've got fuel in. But I'll put some more in anyway. Yeah, I think through the summer I was just doing various things, to be honest. Seeing what I liked, what I didn't like. That should be enough. That makes a hell of a noise, doesn't it? The problem with the gas in the winter is that when it gets really cold, it really doesn't work very well. And my other problem, which was of my own making, was I was using the little gas canisters, but I was refilling them with butane instead of isobutane, which not so good. Not so good in the weather. Just get these going. Pack that back away. Yeah, not so good in the weather, so both my small canisters were that way. So I have bought some more gas. But it does increase the weight fairly significantly of what you're carrying. Now, I'm not going far this week. I'm not going far at all. But I wanted to see what my pack was like. Having overdone it last week, I wanted to see what I could get in my effectively my lightweight summer pack, but and see what I would be missing out on. It turns out nothing. I don't think I was missing anything at all. There was nothing there that I didn't need, that I didn't pack. See what I mean? There's some stuff there that I didn't pack, which would be nice, but you know, I don't need to worry about nice. Okay. I'll get this going and I'll tell you why. Just give that a bit of a shade, but that's okay. So, why am I all of a sudden worried about pack weight? Ooh, I'm in the sun, not really in a good shot there. Oh well. Not to worry. A couple of reasons. When I took the big pack, the Osprey, and packed that tight, it was just too heavy. It was 20 kilos. It's too much. And that was without water. And I can't really carry that for any sort of distance without really causing myself problems. So I needed to correct that. I've got, in between Christmas and New Year, I'm taking my mum back down to Cornwall. So Cornwall is, well, where she is, it's about an hour and a half from Dartmoor, which if I was to drive down would take me probably about 5.5 hours from here. So taking advantage of being almost there already, I'm going to do a Dartmoor camp, a Little Miss or Great Miss tour, just an overnight, and that'll be just before New Year's. So I know the walk in from the car park isn't that long, but it's long enough. It's probably half mile, 3/4 mile, maybe a little bit more. Long enough, slightly uphill. I did not want to pack 20 kilos of gear to do that, so I need to be a lot lighter. I need to wear my lightweight pack, my Royal Mountain pack, which is 1.18 kilos. I will likely probably still take the Zenbivy sleep system because it's probably going to be very cold. And also I'm taking a lightweight tent, assuming it arrives from China, which is only 1 kilo. So I sacrifice a little bit of protection from the thicker materials for the weight. So I won't sacrifice, I don't think, the sleep system warmth. And I should be fine. Oh, that wind's getting gnarly now. Once this is brewed, I'll put my jacket back on. Actually, I might just put my down jacket on. So yeah, I need to get lighter. I know it's not a huge walk into one of the tours, but it's enough. I want to do it, I want to try it, but I need to be as light as I can. So I'll be doing dehydrated food. I'll carry in just enough water to get me through. Maybe a litre and a half maybe. But no more. I probably won't take filter or anything because I don't need as much in the way of water source up that way. And then we'll see how we get on. We'll just do one overnight on one of the tours, which will be good fun. But yeah, it will be a case of picking all of my lightest equipment and trying to use that. What I might do is I probably won't actually take a chair. I might take my sit chair, you know, the thing that you just lean on. I might take that. But I won't take a chair. Even this lightweight one I'm on now is too much weight. Well, weight I don't need to carry. So I won't take a chair. I might take the lean thing because that's quite lightweight. I could take my little fold-out table, which is maybe very slightly less weight than this, but probably not much in it. And this would probably be just as useful. We'll see. This table I'm talking about. I will take the. I won't take gas. I don't think. I don't need to take the extra weight of gas. I can just take the system I have here. It's very lightweight, with just enough fuel to do what I need to do. The only problem with these liquid fuel stoves is they do take forever, especially in the wind. But you know that. That's the downside. I could put my windshield up. Could probably put that on the table actually, but I won't bother for now. Maybe later. So yeah, I was taking a lightweight backpack, which is 1.18 kilos, a 1 kilo tent, my sleep system, which is probably 1.5, the mat's probably close to 1. some water, cook system and some food. So I'm hoping to get sub 10 kilos out of that from good. It should make the walk in and out not too much of a strain. Alright, let's get the coffee going. Oh, yeah. That should be good. I've never done Dartmoor before. I've watched lots of YouTubers obviously do Dartmoor. Novice wild camper, sorry. Up there all the time. He obviously lives in that area. Karen's gone wild, up there all the time. Plenty of others. And it should be, hopefully, a nice little post-Christmas chaos reset. Yeah, Mum. And because this table has little cutouts, you can put your windshield around. Let me show you. Well, it's not perfect. Actually, I could probably rig that better if I thought about it hard enough. But for now, that's fine. Yeah, the wind's definitely getting up and the temperature is definitely dropping. Hold a minute. You also have to be a bit careful that your handle or your pot doesn't get too hot. I did bring my gloves, like an idiot. Hey ho. Anyway, we're almost there. There we are. We have a boil. Yeah. These pre-made coffees are fine. They're not the most appetising thing in the world. They're not the tastiest coffee ever. I don't do milk normally. But they are easy. And sometimes easy is fine. That's all we need. I'm going to put my jacket on. There we are. Put my new jacket on. Really nice. It's not particularly thick, which is perfect for wearing over the top of your layers. And your down jacket, all that sort of stuff. But it is waterproof zips. It should be completely waterproof, in as much as any jacket is waterproof. Which is exactly what I needed. Certainly for the trips that are coming up. Ooh. Beards don't really work with jackets though. Oh well. Oh, it's definitely chilling down. I like the table, it's good. Nice. of people coming. See you later. There's people walking past. I do tend not to film when there's people around, just because I think it's nice. Yeah, I don't know what the weather's going to do tonight. I think there's going to be some rain by the looks of it. I just don't know how much. Nothing really to worry about, I don't think. This tent looks fine. As long as the wind doesn't get up too badly. When I camp here, it's wind that's the issue more than anything else. But no, should be good. Temperature's only due to get down to about 4 degrees, but we'll see. You never can really trust the potential weather forecast. It's quite cool with the wind, it's quite chilly. I can see a lot of grey, but most of it is moving through, so should be okay. Oh, we're getting some rain. Okay, we're getting inside. So what I'll do is I'll sort the tent out to allow me to move inside. Let's just see. These legs do come right off. Feet. Those bits can just pop down here. Over there. There we are. Table can stay out. Let's just see if I can sit down, shall we? Well, it works. Don't think it's designed to work like that, but it works. I would say it's probably not designed this way. Probably best not to squirm too much, because I think you are sitting on the mechanism a bit. But hey ho, I quite like the space. Very similar to the Amiga Bango Amiga 250. Probably identical size. I'm sure it was a little bit taller though, but I could be wrong. Right, I'm going to settle in for a bit, see what the weather does. Well, it's only 3-ish, but it's already started raining, just like spats. And I was planning to sit out and have a fire, one of those fuel log things, but it's a little too windy to do that. Maybe if the wind calms down later I might. So, okay, so get in, make sure we got over all the bits that we need, warm up a little, maybe read my book, get a feel for the tent. Yeah, not quite what the plan was, but there we are. That's okay. Just realised my glasses are way over there. It's always the same. Not these ones, the other ones. Right. Anyway, I'll bring you back later when we do some food. I've got something which may or may not work. We'll see. Well, it's about 10 to 4. The wind's definitely got up. I've had sprinklings of rain coming over every... I don't know if this is one of those things with GoPros, but these batteries are conking out about 35% now. Well, that was another battery change. It's not that it's too cold. According to my thermometer in here is about 10 degrees at the moment. Doesn't feel it, but it says it is. Okay, fine. So it's not the batteries being too cold. They were fully charged. I know they were cheap batteries. I don't know. I'm going to look it up, see if there's anything known. So far I've seen 2 issues with this tent so far. One is the door zip just pinches a bit, it's a little bit tight where it swaps from solid to mesh, but that's okay, that's nothing really to worry about. Not fussed with that one. And the other down here, where the vent is. So that vent stay actually touching the inner, which is annoying. It shouldn't. It could be that I've got this pitched out not quite correctly, which is entirely possible given it was first pitch, or that it's just a bit of a crappy design. I'm going to get something to eat. I might have some pate. I'll bring you back in a bit. Alright, I'm going to have something to eat. Tuck cheese sandwiches and pate, which takes me right back to the old days of camping when I were a lad. That's the sort of stuff we used to take. See, I knew I'd forget something. I forgot my little titanium knife. Oh well. Have to be this knife. Oh, this Opinel knife. But it's rusted and just a bit crap now. Oh well. Should be right. Annoyingly, I normally have signal here. I currently do not. Oh well. Right, let's have some munchies. Well, I'll tell you what, I will show you what I've got for dinner. Now, I may or may not eat this. What I have here is a barbecue beans and pork sausage wrap pack meal. However, this went out of date about 10 years ago. So we'll see. I do have a sausage casserole meal. That went out of date 11 years ago. And a sticky ginger cake. Yeah, that's 11 years ago as well. So I might eat these. I might not. I'll see how I feel. I've got some porridge for the morning. Some biscuits. And a Kit Kat. So I don't have to eat those if I don't want to. We'll see. Anyway, let's have some pate. Let's do that. Come on. I'll take a couple of things off of the table. There we are. Nice little table. Yeah. Pate. If you're eating something and you have a beard, your beard wants to get in on the action, always. Hey ho, you end up eating most of your beard. Just what I needed that. Right. I think the sun's going to drop in about 20 minutes, if that. Getting dark fairly quick. What I'm going to do. And it's raining. I'm going to sort myself out. Make sure I've got everything to hand that I need. So what I was going to do tonight is sit outside and have one of these instant logs on my raised fire bed, but it's too windy, it's too cold. I don't think I'll do that today. We'll save that for another day. It's a bit late, it's about 9ish now. So yeah, just gone 9. Had a nice nap. Quite comfy, but I was cold. It took me a good 2 hours to get warmed. And I think I'm at the limits now of the Rapid SL Big Agnes mat. I think it's only like a 4.3 R rated. I think I'm just on the edge of its usefulness for warmth now. So I need to look at getting something a little bit more insulated for winter really. Airflow's good in this tent. I've got no condensation issues to talk of. Quite a lot of airflow I will say. But I've got the vents open, so I know that. I don't need to worry about that too much. I probably won't do any food I might just have some more biscuits. I might have a coffee, not coffee, hot chocolate. We'll see. It's very windy outside. The rain stopped. That was just like passing for a couple of hours, but the rain has stopped. I don't know if we're due any more later. We may be. But for now, I think I'm just going to have something to eat and go from there. Been invaded by slugs. There's loads of the bloody things. Get everywhere. You know what, for a creature that really moves quite slow, they really got into this tent. There's got to be a dozen or more already. They're going from the biscuits, little bastards. I think we've got some meteor showers over this weekend, of which we will see exactly none because of the cloud cover. Oh well. Sometimes you see stuff, sometimes you don't. It seemed to take me so long to warm up tonight. I'm sure what that was all about. I had cold hands, so I put some gloves on eventually. I should have done that quite a lot sooner though. One more. I do also have dark chocolate Kit Kat, some milk chocolate digestives. As I said before, I've got some porridge for the morning. I managed to have absolutely no phone signal. Alright, I'm going to call back in. Yeah. Right, well, that wind has been absolutely insane all night and it's getting worse, so I need to pack up before anything nasty happens to any of these trees. Tent's been brilliant. Condensation, zero. Not surprised, there's an awful lot of wind flow through it. Is this a fourth season tent? No. It's a third, 3+, if you like. But it's good, it's solid. It didn't really lose its shape overnight at all. It got a real battering occasionally with wind gusts. No problem at all, handled it nicely. Anyway, I need to pack away before the wind gets silly. Cheers. Well, there we are, all packed away. Oh, I leave no trace. As always, just some flat ground. Right. I mean, typically, now that I've packed away, the wind's all gone. But that's just how it works. So, if you've liked this video, please do give it a like and subscribe if you want to. Those things really do help the channel. Comment also helps, and apparently there's a button called hype, which I think is on mobiles. I've not seen it, but if you press that, that helps the video too. Next time you see me out, it'll be Dartmoor, just after Christmas. Hope everybody have a good Christmas or holiday break. Don't eat too much, don't drink too much, and go camping afterwards. See you in New Year's.